And on the foreign scene, United Kingdom announces ban on social media for under 16 children. In sports, the National Sports Commission seeks stronger partnership to drive growth in sports sector. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. Now, quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276 and Free TV. Now the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to strengthening collaboration with traditional institutions as part of efforts to advance peace, security, national cohesion, and sustainable development across Nigeria. Representing the President at the 8th Executive Committee meeting of the Northern Traditional Rulers Council in Dutse, Jigawa State, Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, conveyed Tinubu's message to the gathering of traditional rulers and stakeholders from across northern Nigeria. Idris said the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu fully recognized the strategic role of traditional institutions and remains committed to deepening engagement with traditional rulers in advancing peace, security, national cohesion, and development. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to deregister the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and 4 other political parties. The court order followed a judgment delivered by Justice Peter Lifu. The other political parties are court-directed the electoral body to deregister at the African People's Party, Action Alliance, Accord Party, and Zenith Labour Party. Moving on, the federal government has commenced mass persecution of alleged terrorism suspects with more than 490 defendants currently undergoing accelerated trial at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The exercise is part of the government's ongoing effort to tackle terrorism and strengthen national security. Ubong Usoro tells us more.
The mass trial are designed to address the large backlog of pending terrorism cases across the country, while ensuring that judicial processes are carried out efficiently. Addressing newsmen, Lateef Fabemi, the Attorney General of the Federation, said the government is committed to bringing criminals to justice and will not allow internal or external forces to destabilize Nigeria.
Is not taking the issue of terrorism with levity, and that is why you see ongoing trials. Since the inception of this administration, this is about the 4th case that we are undertaking. So the message is that let everybody know that terrorism in whatever form, shape, will not be tolerated.
He added that the government will continue to monitor criminal proceedings to ensure the speedy dispensation of justice.
There have been convictions, but I'm not in a position to give the total number. Don't forget that I said there are 10 judges. So at the end of the day, we'll be able to give a record of what has transpired today. But I want you to also take note that the trial will take 4 days. That is today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So by the end of Thursday, we're optimistic that we will have gone very, very fast.
He further emphasized that the administration remains focused on strengthening the justice system and ensuring accountability in all terrorism-related cases. The federal government says the mass trial of terrorism suspects will continue as part of ongoing efforts to decongest the courts and ensure swift justice in terrorism-related cases. Ubong Usoro, Global TV News.
The Federal High Court in Abuja has postponed its ruling on the application seeking the recusal of Justice Umar Abubakar from the ongoing criminal case involving the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Omoyele Sowore. Ubong Usoro reports.
The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, was present in court as proceedings were expected to continue. The application before the court is asking Justice Omar Abubakar to withdraw from further handling of the matter on grounds raised by the defense. The ruling was, however, not delivered as expected. The court has now fixed the 18th of June for the determination of the application.
We went to the court where we were supposed to sit naturally, and they said the judge no longer sit at that court. So we were directed to the first floor where we found a tiny courtroom where the judge is expected to sit down. To sit there, but the judge didn't show up.
Sowore said the government is deliberately delaying the proceedings to distract him from campaigning for the presidency.
It's a country of 200 million people. Some may be excited, some may be sad, some may be indifferent. What is important is that we do not allow this country to fall into a state of complete failure.
The matter continues to attract attention as both parties await the court's decision on whether the trial judge will step aside or continue with the case. The recusal application remains a key procedural issue that may affect the direction of the trial going forward. Ubong Usoro, Global TV News.
The federal government has unveiled plans to roll out a nationwide digital postcode system to strengthen security, tackle fraud, improve emergency response, and boost e-commerce across the country. The Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, disclosed this at the National Digital Alphanumeric Postcode System Workshop themed Operationalizing the Nigerian Digital Postcode for National Security and Public Safety held in Abuja. Tijani said the initiative will assign a unique digital address to every building in Nigeria, including those in rural communities, enabling security agencies, businesses, and public institutions to accurately identify and locate people and properties. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has updated the final list of candidates for the forthcoming Nasarawa North Senatorial District by-election, increasing the number of contestants from 4 to 6. The reverse list released by the electoral umpire ahead of June 20, 2026 by-election now includes candidates of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, and the Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, who were absent from the earlier publication. INEC's initial final list contained only 4 candidates representing the All Progressive Congress, APC, Labour Party, LP, People's Democratic Party, PDP, and National New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP. Muslims across Nigeria and the world will tomorrow mark the Islamic New Year, ushering in 1448 AH on the Hijra calendar. The development follows a directive by the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, His Eminence Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III, for Muslims to look out for new moon of Muharram. The Islamic New Year commemorates the Hijra, the migration of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, from Mecca to Medina, which marks the beginning of Islamic calendar. You are watching the live broadcast of News Prime. News Prime continues after this weather forecast, plus business, foreign, and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Thanks for joining us. There are still encouraging signs for more rainfall across the country as moisture levels remain supportive, particularly over the northeast. That said, we are beginning to see signals that rainfall activities may become less intense and less widespread compared to recent days over the central states. Meanwhile, in the next 24 hours, watch out for thunderstorms bringing light rainfall across parts of the northeastern region, the Federal Capital Territory, some parts of Kaduna, Kogi, Niger, Nasarawa, and Plateau State. Further south, especially across the southwestern region of the country, we are expecting moderate rain showers and could affect a wider area. That recent clouds and rainfall have also helped bring temperatures a bit down, especially overnight, giving many places cooler mornings. So as always, stay safe and stay weather aware. Thank you for watching.
You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Prime on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. In business now, the National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has... Let's quickly go on a very quick break. News Prime continues shortly. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us. There are still encouraging signs for more rainfall across the country as moisture levels remain supportive, particularly over the northeast. That said, we are beginning to see signals that rainfall activities may become less intense and less widespread compared to recent days over the central states. Meanwhile, in the next 24 hours, watch out for thunderstorms bringing light rainfall across parts of the northeastern region, the Federal Capital Territory, some parts of Kaduna, Kogi, Niger, Nasarawa, and Plateau State. Further south, especially across the southwestern region of the country, we are expecting moderate rain showers and could affect a wider area. That recent clouds and rainfall have also helped bring temperatures a bit down, especially overnight, giving many places cooler mornings. So as always, stay safe and stay weather aware. Thank you for watching.
You're welcome back from that very quick break. In business now, the National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and its security partners have taken stringent measures to deal decisively with criminal networks responsible for vandalism for Nigerians' oil and gas infrastructure. Group Chief Executive Officer, NNPCL, Bashir Ojulari, represented by the Chief Interference Officer of the company, Dahiru Sanigwazo, stated this during a joint inspection of a vandalized crude oil pipeline at Park Community in Kwali Area Council of the Federal Capital Territory. Business correspondent Kikelomo Okere has details.
Pipeline theft has remained a major challenge, with criminal groups allegedly disguising as government-approved recovery teams and collaborating with locals to evacuate and steal pipeline sections. The inspection carried out by NNPC Limited, the Office of the National Security Advisor, the Nigerian Police Force, the Nigerian Army and other security stakeholders followed the arrest of 3 suspected pipeline vendors in Pari and Pai community of the Federal Capital Territory. According to NNPC boss, the arrest marked a significant breakthrough in ongoing effort to dismantle criminal syndicates sabotaging critical national assets and undermining the nation's energy security.
As we speak, these guys are stealing these lines for the scrap value, but even for the optics, internationally and of course as a company, we cannot allow this to continue. Apart from the economic value of these lines, the optics are terrible for the country.
Records from the Nigerian Pipeline and Storage Company indicates that 19 cases of pipeline theft were recorded in 2025, resulting in the loss of about 9 kilometers of pipeline along strategic corridors, including Enugu, Makurdi, Yola, and Warri Kaduna axis. FCT Commissioner of Police Ahmed Mohamed Sanusi says intelligence-led operations and sustained surveillance led to the arrest of the suspects.
So they've been able to evacuate some, which we're going to trace and recover, and of course prosecute their receivers, because the belief is, and not just the belief, but the truth is, without these receivers, these people will not continue to perpetuate this act.
Director of Energy Security at the Office of the National Security Advisor, Goodluck Ebele, urged Nigerians to support security agencies with credible information to help curb pipeline vandalism and other acts of economic sabotage.
They need information. So my appeal is more to the general public to come forward, whistleblowers, call and tell, we start so and so people, doing whatever on your pipeline, so that these bad eggs can be arrested and prosecuted.
The Nigerian Army reaffirmed its commitment to protecting critical oil and gas infrastructure, while lawmakers pledged stronger legislative measures to deter vandals and safeguard national assets.
To support the NNPC and the Nigerian police in ensuring that all our pipelines remain safe. And a lot of...
If we tighten our law and if the students involved, I'm sure it will discourage some of these activities.
The Joint Task Force assessed the extent of damage to the pipeline while advancing investigations into activities of those involved in the illegal operations. The renewed collaboration underscores government's determination to protect strategic energy infrastructure and strengthen energy security. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global TV News.
News reaching us now, troops rescue wife of former Director Defense Information from bandits. Troops of the Nigerian Army, with the support of the Nigerian Air Force, have successfully rescued Amina Abubakar, wife of the late Major General Rabi Abubakar and former Director Defense Information, who was abducted by bandits alongside her husband a few weeks ago. The rescue operation followed intensive search and rescue effort conducted by troops of Operation Fashin Yama. This is contained in a statement signed by the Director of Defense Information, Major General Samalia Uba. In the course of the encounter, the bandits shot Abubakar before abandoning her and fleeing due to the overwhelming pressure from advancing troops. Abubakar was immediately evacuated and is currently receiving medical attention at a military hospital where she is responding to treatment. The leadership of the Nigerian Armed Forces says it remains committed to ensuring her full recovery and is providing all necessary support to her family during this difficult period. And on the foreign scene now, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has hailed a new economic and technological partnership with Japan, describing it as the beginning of a new era of cooperation between the two countries. The agreement, announced during a visit by Senator Chi to London, is expected to guarantee more than £18 billion in investment across key sectors. Mukhtar Qasim tells us more.
The wide-ranging partnership includes major investments in offshore wind energy, semiconductors, artificial intelligence, and defense cooperation, with both countries seeking to strengthen economic ties amid growing global competition. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer described the agreement as a hugely important step for both countries and said it marks the beginning of a new era of cooperation between London and Tokyo.
Very productive series of meetings, and I'm delighted that we're building stronger cooperation, a new era of cooperation between our two countries, and an absolute commitment to deepening our partnership on a number of different levels.
More than 10 agreements were signed during the visit, including new initiatives aimed at accelerating technological innovation and expanding trade opportunities between Britain and Japanese companies. Starmer also reaffirmed Britain's commitment to the Global Combat Air Program, describing the Next Generation Fighter Jet project as a key pillar of the strategic relationship between the United Kingdom and Japan.
And today we're able to make a number of hugely important announcements for both of our countries. So thank you so much. As we head off now to the G7 tomorrow to discuss these issues further with our allies in the G7, it is really important that we've been able to make so much progress today.
The announcement comes ahead of the G7 summit in France, where leaders are expected to discuss economic security, technology, and international stability. Both governments say the agreement marks a significant step forward in UK-Japan relations and will help drive investment, innovation, and long-term growth in both economies. Mukhtar Qasim, Global TV News.
Meanwhile, United Kingdom Prime Minister Keir Starmer has unveiled plans to ban children under the age of 16 from accessing social media. This is a move the government says will go further than any country in the world in protecting young people online. Edikan Michael has details.
It's a landmark announcement from Downing Street that could reshape how an entire generation of young Britons experience the internet. Under the proposed legislation, children will be blocked from major platforms including TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, and X. Now, messaging services such as WhatsApp and Signal, however, will remain accessible. The government says the ban will target, quote, user-to-user platforms whose purpose is to enable social interaction and which allows users to post material alongside algorithms.
These days, kids have to find their feet in a world that changes so quickly, where technology intrudes into every area of their lives. And we know that harms them. The response from parents in the consultation has been absolutely clear. Thousands of parents say their children are addicted to social media. It can leave them trapped in a cycle of endless scrolling that displaces play, sleep, and time with the family. It can harm their mental health. And frankly, parents need our support on this. That is why today, the government has decided to ban social media access for children under 16.
The bill is expected to go before lawmakers before Christmas, with protection set to come into force in spring 2027. The announcement has been widely welcomed. 9 in 10 British parents backed the ban, according to government figures, and children charities have added a voice of support. Britain joins a growing international movement. Now, many countries have already started the ban. In Spain, France, Denmark, and Norway have all introduced or announced similar restrictions for the country. And so questions remain. How will age verification actually be enforced? And will determined teenagers simply find a way around it? And those are the questions the lawmakers will face as this bill makes its way through the parliament. From London, Edikan Michael reporting for Global TV News.
Many Americans have welcomed the peace agreement between the United States and Iran, describing it as a major step towards ending months of conflict, while urging both sides to honor their commitment. The deal brokered by Pakistan provides for an immediate cessation of hostilities and is expected to be formally signed in Switzerland later this week. Mukhtar Qasim reports.
News of the agreement has sparked cautious optimism among residents and visitors gathered outside White House in Washington. Many described the deal as a significant diplomatic achievement capable of reducing tensions in the Middle East and improving global security, while expressing relief over the prospect of peace. Several Americans stressed that the real test would be the implementation of the agreement and the willingness of all parties to uphold its terms.
Okay, my reaction is I hope that this is a real, sincere peace plan, because we've seen many times, maybe 5 or 6 different times, that Donald Trump, our president, has stated that there is going to be peace between the United States and Iran. I hope and I pray that this happens.
I'm hopeful. It's been very tentative, right? Economically, it's important, and on the world stage, it's also important for relationships between all of the countries and world peace.
I'm definitely hopeful. I think anyone in their right mind who wouldn't be hopeful about something like this would not be someone I would personally want to be associated with. I mean, as a veteran, it's relieving to hear that we've got a peace deal and that I don't have to worry about any of my friends being sent over or anything like that.
Analysts say the proposed agreement could lead to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global energy route, while creating an opportunity for broader diplomatic engagement on contentious issues, including Iran's nuclear program. Although uncertainties remain, The announcement has renewed hopes that diplomacy may succeed where months of confrontation failed. For many Americans, the agreements represent not just a chance for peace in the Middle East, but a step towards greater global stability. Mukhtar Kasim, Global TV News.
In sports news now, National Sports Commission (NSC) Director General Bukola Olopade has called for stronger partnership and sustained investment to unlock the potential of Nigerian sports industry. Speaking at the 11th Ladies in Sports LIS International Summit in Lagos, Olopade working to create an enabling environment that will attract investment and drive sports development. Former Finance Minister Kemi Adeosun stressed the need for transparency, accountability, and athlete-centered policies, while philanthropist Yemi Idowu urged stakeholders to see sports as a tool for social transformation and youth empowerment. To end News Prime, here is a quick look at our top stories again. On Global TV News Prime, we brought to you that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to strengthen collaboration with traditional institutions as part of effort to advance peace, security, national cohesion, and sustainable development across Nigeria. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to deregister the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and 4 other political parties. And in business, the National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) and its security partners have taken stringent measures to deal decisively with criminal networks responsible for vandalism in Nigeria's oil and gas infrastructure. And on the foreign scene, United Kingdom Prime Minister Keir Starmer has unveiled plans to ban children under the age of 16 from accessing social media. And finally, in sports, National Sports Commission (NSC) Director General Bukola Olopade has called for stronger partnerships and sustained investment to unlock potential of Nigerian sports industry. And that's it on News Prime. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and Free TV. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @GlobalTVNG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.